What's up, y'all? It's your girl Naya Williams, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, I got a question for y'all. Are y'all smart stoners? Are y'all just the type of stoners that like to smoke and be stupid? Okay, because there's different types. There's all different types of stoners out here in the world, and I'm here to educate you guys on a few different ways on how you can be a smart stoner or a smarter stoner, you know, for the ones that are already smart but you know might need a little bit of extra help, a little extra nudge, or a few extra tips on how to be a much smarter stoner. 15 tips, points, ways, however you want to call it, just 15 different things that I wrote down on how you can be a smarter stoner. And we have it here at number 1. Know what you're consuming. Know your dosage. Just overall, educate yourself. Educate yourself on cannabis. Educate yourself on the different strands that they have out there. Educate yourself on how the different strands have an effect on your body, what the percentages are. When you educate yourself on cannabis, you open your mind to different pathways of how you can use cannabis, which goes into point number 2, moderation. You know, using cannabis in moderation and not forming a dependency on cannabis. Use it when you're relaxing. Use it when you're in a space where you can just vibe and just be yourself and just overall like be relaxed. Don't be in an environment or a situation where you're on 10 and then you go smoke and then you're more on 10 than you was before when you got it. Like, no, don't use it to suppress any emotions. Don't use cannabis to make you feel something. You know, use it in moderation. Use it as a ritual of I want to say gratification, or something to celebrate, or just relaxation. Like when I smoke, I do it when I'm in my state of relaxing. Like, ooh, I just got off of work, I'm gonna relax and spark one up, right? Or when I'm here doing my videos and I want to smoke while I'm talking, that's another thing that I do. Or if I want to kick it back with a friend and we're just out chilling on the beach and we want to smoke, that's fine. Like, use it in moderation. Don't make it something that you have to do. You don't have to smoke. It's a choice. Sidebar. The reason why I'm making this video is because I got a couple comments telling me to stop smoking, and they don't like the fact that I smoke on my channel, and I'm here to let you guys know that I do whatever the fuck I want to do, and it's a choice to come on here, okay? So if you choose to come on here, you gotta choose to deal with this. And if you don't like it, unsubscribe, use the dough, whatever you gotta do, but I'm not here to please you guys, okay? I am open to suggestions like, hey, how about you do shorter videos? Or hey, how about you do videos about this or videos about this? But telling me to stop doing something, yeah, you will get your ass blocked, removed, or literally pushed to the side, because this is not the time and the space to be telling people, or telling me especially as the page owner, channel owner, how you feel about the different types of behaviors or the different type of things that I do that don't please to you. I'm not here to please you guys, okay? Back to the shit. Which leads to point number 3, which is healthy consumption. Everybody knows smoking. Light it up, roll it up, put it in the paper, smoke it. It's a very normal ritual to do. Smoke, right? We see people do it when they're smoking a cigarette. We see people do it when they're smoking a black mile, when they're smoking weed. Like, we all see people smoking. But there's so many different ways out here in the world that you can consume cannabis. Not only can you eat it in the edibles, people know about that. You got the little vape cartridges. Vape pens. I wanted to say pins, but that's what they call it. They call it a pin, or a resin cartridge, or just a resin pin, live rosin pins. It just depends on what you want to consume or how you want to consume it. They also have sodas now. They got juices and drinks. They have syrup. They have little capsules you can take them in. Fucking Cheeto Puffs, Rice Krispie treats, bars of chocolate. Like, however you want to consume it. They even have little oils you can put in your food. However you want to consume cannabis. Whether you want to rub it on your skin in a lotion or a face cream, you want to put it in a bath bomb. However you want to consume cannabis is all up to you. I don't only smoke cannabis. I don't just smoke and roll it up. I also eat it. I also cook with it. I also grow it. I also find other ways to add it to my art and creativity. It's not just about smoking, you know? It's all about having an open mindset, which leads to point number 4, productivity. Don't use cannabis when it interferes with your responsibilities. Don't become this somebody that's so dependent on smoking, like, ooh, y'all getting on my nerves, I need to go outside and take a smoke. God dang, I'm like, type shit. There's a responsibility that comes with keeping up and taking care of your daily routines and the things that you are involved with on a daily basis. Don't allow cannabis to stop you from doing that. Don't allow cannabis to make you lazy. Get up, go outside, take a walk, go into to the garden, you know, give your dog a fucking bath because that bitch stank. You ain't been washed in 2 weeks because you're smoking and you're sitting on your ass watching TV all day. I'm just saying. Just saying. You know, wash your ass, take care of yourself. Like, do the things that you need to do. Don't allow cannabis to be something that doesn't keep you in a space of consistent productivity. Which leads to my point number 5. Stay active when you're smoking cannabis. Read a book and smoke. Have you ever thought about that? Paint and smoke. You know, go take a jog outside. And while you're on your little break after jogging, you want to sit outside and observe the trees, maybe do a little sound bowling thing, smoke some weed. Like, stay active while you're doing it. That ties into my previous point too. Still work out, still get your blood pumping and exercising and expanding your lungs. And not just because, oh, it's going to help you smoke more and then take bigger hits. Like, no. It's gonna actually help you sustain your stamina. You know, a lot of people say when you smoke, all of the shit builds in your lungs. And yes, that is true. That is facts. It does cause a after effect or side effects with your lung health, but you have to be able to take and consume things that are going to balance the shit out. It's all about a balance, you know. Go outside, take those walks, jog, you know, get into the habit of breath work. It's all about staying active while you're actively consuming cannabis. Point number 6, nutrition. When you're smoking, you get the munchies. You want to munch. I tell my partner this all the time. Babe, I got the munchies. Babe, I want to munch right now. And it's because I have the hunger in my body. When you consume cannabis, you kind of, your mind is constantly running, so it uses up a lot of energy, and then you get that, oh, I'm a little hungry. Sometimes you're not really actually hungry, it's just your body telling you you're hungry. And instead of, let me go grab this bag of Takis, let me grab this bag of hot Cheetos, let me go grab this bag of this or bag of this, actually take in things that are going to nurture your body. Eat some fruit, drink some water, have a juice smoothie, eat some granola bars or something that's actually healthy for you and not going to damage your microbials and your microbiomes. Like, you know, give yourself the chance to actually nurture yourself. Nurture yourself with the nutrients that your body needs to sustain a healthy lifestyle. Number 7, hydration. Like I said, drinking water, drinking juice smoothies, drinking things that are going to hydrate you. Every time I have a smoke session, best believe I got me a bottle of water right next to me, okay? We can't smoke without staying hydrated. We all know that we get the cotton mouth and we get the spitting and all that shit. Stay hydrated. To cancel all of that shit out, hydration. Hydrate yourself. Drink more water. If you do not like drinking water, drink 100% organic natural juice smoothies. I promise you. Get you a Blockhouse mango juice smoothie, baby. When you're done smoking a fucking joint, and best believe your ass is gonna be like floating. Your ass is gonna be elevated out there on the fucking cloud 9. When I tell you the mango juice gives you that extra boost because the juice in the mango itself and the vitamins that it has, it amplifies the side effects of the weed. So if you're not 100% sure on your dosages and everything like that, I don't recommend it. But if you're somebody who's experienced, drink the mango, eat the mango, and you're gonna have a magnificent time. Number 8, mindfulness. Just being aware of how you consume cannabis and the reasons why you consume cannabis. A lot of the times I know people who consume cannabis when they're very emotional and they're like, damn, I need to calm the fuck down. Like, let me smoke, let me roll something real quick before I smack a bitch. Which is all good, and to a certain extent. When you've done that for 3, 4, 5 years and it becomes a habitual behavior and a habit and you can't go without it, that's where it becomes an issue. That's where it becomes a problem. So when you practice mindfulness and you be like, instead of me smoking when I'm in a state of anger and rage, let me find another way to release this. Let me use cannabis for only times where I'm relaxed and I am at peace with my mind, not when I'm in total chaos with it. And having this boundary with cannabis can help you perform healthier boundaries in other aspects of your life as well. Which leads me to point number 9, which is creative outlets. Like I said before earlier in the video, find different ways to use cannabis. And I use it with my artwork. That's why a lot of my artwork has smoking in it, because smoking allows me to tap into a more creative side with my artwork, and not just with the LEDs and the trippy light, but also like adding onto it and advancing this to a different level where I'm adding 3D artwork onto it, like making things pop out, making things that you can actually touch. Like I'm working on bigger masterpieces and bigger canvases and a lot more details with my artwork. So it's like it's helping instead of harming or being hurtful. You know, it's all about learning how to alchemize the energy in cannabis that it already gives you, you know. Which leads to number 10, social responsibility. Okay, it is your responsibility to maintain your social behaviors. Okay, nobody is here to check you or put you in check when you step out of line and you do something socially inappropriate. People will literally leave you the fuck alone if they sit here and every time you're smoking weed, you're blowing smoke in people's faces, you're ashing in people's cups, you're hogging people's lighters. Don't be a lighter stealer. When you're in a group and you're smoking, make sure you pass it to the left. You know, that's what I was taught, to pass it to the left when you're smoking. You know, take your 2 hits, enjoy the puffs, pass it to the left. Don't sit here and hog the shit and people sitting here wondering where the fuck the joint go and you're sitting here damn near halfway through the fucking bitch on your own. Like, no. Social responsibility. When you're in social settings, make sure that it's a place where you can actually smoke. Don't just go everywhere and be like, I can smoke here and that's fine. Unless you actually know you can smoke there, okay? But if you're in a spot that says no smoking, don't smoke there. Don't do it. Just make sure you're being very responsible with your smoking too when you're out in public areas. If you're going to an event and you want to smoke a little bit before you go, make sure you step outside. Make sure you're away from the building, or make sure you do it before you get to the event. You know, types of things like that before you go inside. You know, make sure that you're not reeking of it type shit. Like, just make sure you're being not only respectful to other people, but also respectful to yourself. Number 11, legal awareness, okay? We all have to talk about the legal rules and regulations and laws when it comes to consuming cannabis. I know now it's starting to open up to a wider variety and you can have more things and you can do more things when it comes to cannabis, but also remember, like, not every state is at that level yet. So if you're at a place where it is very illegal to consume cannabis, okay. I did a little telepathy thing there. So if you heard what I said, then you heard it. If you didn't hear it, long story short is stay informed about the laws. That's it. And just respect the laws. Don't be driving with the shit in your fucking car all willy-nilly and you just drive crazy and you running red lights and all of that shit. Like, don't do that, because you make yourself a whole red target. Like, be very knowledgeable with the laws. Number 12, medical consideration. If you have any type of medical history, anything where you have to go into the doctors and get a daily checkup or something like that, make sure it's okay to consume cannabis. I don't want anybody to consume cannabis and they have any type of mental illnesses and it affects their way to function in normal life. And I'm not here to tell you that it's okay for you to smoke cannabis. I'm here to teach you how to be smarter with consuming cannabis. This is not right or wrong ways. These are just ways where I believe that it's smarter for you to consume cannabis under these tips instead of just doing it and going all out and not having any type of structure. So within that structure, know within yourself, like, I cannot consume a cannabis because I have this type of mental illness, or I have these type of conditions, or I haven't even checked with my doctor yet about making this decision. You know, just be very considerate about your medical conditions, your mental conditions, and whether or not consuming cannabis is good for your anxiety, depression, or if it's even good for your lung cancer or your gut problems, or, you know, things that are going on internally. Like, I just say get very informed with that. Number 13, smart spending. Okay, we got 2 more steps, so come on, bear with me. We gonna get through this. Let's go. Number 14, moving too fast. Number 13, smart spending. Okay, we know that cannabis can get a little bit pricey, okay? But if you know how to budget your money right and you actually pay what you need to pay, that is important. Pay your bills, pay all the things that you need to pay, and put money aside for cannabis, you will have a very structured routine and a very smart routine on how to spend your money wisely. When you go into the store, there's so many different things that you can get. It's like a candy shop. You don't know what the fuck to get. You're like, oh my gosh, they got this, oh my gosh, this over here, look at that. That's a fucking cool ass masterpiece. Is that a bong? Oh my gosh, it has a dude on there and he's naked. Like, it's so many different things that will catch your attention when you're in the store. So you have to choose wisely. You know, look at the deals that they have. Ask them about the different deals for the flowers, for the cartridges, what type of buy one get one deals, if they have any discounts for first time comers. Like, get that type of information when you're going into the dispensaries and when you're going into the stores, so that you're spending your money wisely instead of just spending it loosely, like you got all this shit to blow. Unless that's what you're on, go right ahead. Like, hey, I'm not against it. I'm just saying, if you want to be a smarter stoner, have very smart spending habits. I tell you this now, for example, we went from smoking 2 to 3 ounces a month to literally half an ounce, not even half an ounce, like a quarter. Maybe like less than that a month. We've reduced our amount of consumption because it also reduces our amount of spending. And then we stretched how long we consume the cannabis, meaning instead of smoking 1 joint every 2 hours, every 3 hours in a day, we just started smoking, let's smoke 1 joint for you, 1 joint for me for 1 day, okay? You probably won't smoke all of yours. I probably won't smoke all of mine. We can smoke on it throughout the day, a little puff here, put it out. So now, like I said, we're not spending so much money on it and we're not consuming it on a consistent basis. We're doing it in moderation, like I said in the first couple of tips, okay? Point 14, storage. It is so important for you to store your cannabis in a place where your dogs and your children cannot get to it, okay? Dogs and cannabis is hilarious, but I don't recommend it. You know, kids, when they're little tips, they're little high, little ooh, it's hilarious. Yes, funny, but I don't recommend it. You know, don't be having it on the table loosely for the kids can get it. The cat can sniff it and take the joint. The dog done smoked it. Ate it, and now, and now he woozing and he going all over the fucking place, elevated. Now you mad because you don't got no weed to smoke. Like, come on now, put it up, okay? Put it in a place where the dogs can't get to it all the time. Put it in a container. If you grind up the weed, put it back in the grinder. You can keep the tools and the utensils, the paper, the grinder, the packers, all of that stuff on the table. That's cool. They can't consume anything, okay? If anything, they're just touching everything, all right? But when it comes to the actual weed itself, put it somewhere where they can't get it. Put it up high, put it in the safe, put it somewhere where it's going to be safe. And last but not least, tip number 15, have fun, okay? Consuming cannabis, going to cannabis events, you know, just the community based around cannabis has so much fun and so much life poured into it and involved around it that you have no choice but to have fun on it. All honesty, like when you actually go out here and see cannabis for what it really is, and the people that come together and celebrate cannabis and just have this overall chill and tranquil vibe to them, it becomes something that you can enjoy and actually celebrate with a lot of fun and a lot of socializing and just getting to know people. Like, it's a conversation starter. It's something that is very interesting to have as a form of connection with other people. I would say, like, even with the elders, like connecting me with the elders and just sitting down and listening to their stories and listening to the different things that they've been through and the ways that they have been oppressed and suppressed in society back in the 80s and the 60s and the 70s. You know, it is something that is very educational, and this is real life experience you get. You know, this is not something that you look up once on Google or nothing like that. They're literally telling you this to you mouth to mouth. So I just say overall, like, have fun when you're consuming cannabis. Be in an overall great state when you're consuming cannabis, and just please don't let your kids get them. Please stay well informed when it comes to cannabis, and just overall enjoy life. All right, stay hydrated. And thank you guys for tapping in. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay?